Have you ever had this strange feeling that your dog understands you even when you say nothing at all? Or you walk through the door, no smile, no words, no energy, and somehow your dog already knows. They don't jump this time, they don't bark, they just come closer, slowly, quietly, and sit next to you like they've been waiting for this exact moment. Most people would call that loyalty. Some would say it's instinct. But what if it's neither? What if your dog isn't just reacting to what you do, but responding to something deeper, something invisible, because science is beginning to uncover something almost unbelievable. Your dog knows things about you that you don't even realize you're showing. And once you understand this, you'll never see your dog the same way again. One, your dog is constantly reading. You dogs don't need words, they don't need explanations, they read patterns, every movement you make, every habit you repeat, every tiny shift in your body. They notice all of it, the way you walk into the room when you're tired, the way your shoulders drop when you're overwhelmed, the way you pause before sitting down when something is bothering you. You don't even think about these things. But your dog does. There was a behavioral study where dogs could predict when their owner was about to stand up before the person even moved. Think about that. Not after, before, because your dog had already read the signal. A small lean forward, a slight change in breathing, a shift in weight. To you, it's nothing. To your dog, it's a message, and they never stop reading you. Even when you're completely still, you're still communicating. Two, your dog doesn't see you the way you think. Here's something most people get wrong. Your dog doesn't recognize you the way another human would. They don't rely on your face. In fact, your dog has never seen your face clearly. Dogs are naturally nearsighted. Anything too close becomes blurry. Details fade, colors are limited. They mostly see in blues, yellows, and soft grays. So the features you think define you, your eyes, your smile, your expressions, they don't matter the same way to your dog. Instead, they recognize you through movement, the rhythm of your body, the way you walk, the way you turn your head, the way you reach for things. They've built a version of you, not from appearance, but from behavior. That's why your dog knows the difference between you grabbing your keys to leave the house and grabbing your keys to take them outside. Same object, same motion, but your dog reacts completely differently because they're not seeing the action, they're reading the intention. 3, your dog can smell your emotions. Now here's where things get even deeper, because your dog doesn't just watch you, they smell you, not just your scent, your emotions. When you're stressed, your body releases chemicals, reach through your skin, through your breath. Humans can't detect it, but your dog can. You have around 6 million scent receptors. Your dog has over 300 million. Their world is built on smell the way yours is built on sight. There was a real study where dogs were given human scent samples. Some were taken during calm moments, others during stress. The dogs correctly identified the stressed samples over 90% of the time, without training, without cues, just by sensing it. So when you walk through the door after a hard day, your dog already knows before you speak, before you act, before you even realize it yourself. 4, you became their definition of safety. Think about the last time your dog got scared. Maybe it was a loud noise, a stranger, something unfamiliar. Where did they go? Not their bed, not their toys. They came to you because somewhere along the way, you became their safe place. Your presence tells their brain, this is where I'm protected. This isn't just emotional, it's biological. Thousands of years ago, dogs relied on their pack to survive. Now, they rely on you. You are their pack, their anchor. Their sense of security and that level of trust is incredibly rare in the animal world. 5, the invisible bond between you. There's something happening between you and your dog that almost no other species shares. It's called the oxytocin loop. Oxytocin is the hormone responsible for bonding. It's what connects a mother to her child. It's what creates deep emotional attachment, and it happens between you and your dog. When your dog looks into your eyes, their brain releases oxytocin. When you look back at them, yours does too at the same time. This creates a feedback loop. They look at you, bonding increases. You respond, bonding increases more. They feel it, they stay longer. You feel it, connection deepens, and it keeps building. Scientists tested this with wolves raised by humans. The result, nothing. No oxytocin loop. This bond exists only between dogs and humans. It's something that evolved over thousands of years. 6, you are not just another human to your dog. Your dog doesn't see you as just another person. To them, you are completely unique. Studies show that dogs process their owners differently than strangers. Different brain activity, different emotional response, different behavior. That's why your dog reacts to you in a way they don't react to anyone else. That's why they follow you, watch you, wait for you. You are not replaceable. You are not interchangeable. You are their person, and in their world, that means everything. 7, they feel when something changes. Here's something most people never realize. Your dog doesn't just notice what you do, they notice what you feel. Even when nothing obvious has changed, if your energy shifts, they feel it. If you become distant, right, they notice. If you stop engaging the way you used to, they adjust slowly, quietly. They become less expressive, less excited, more careful. Not because they love you less, but because they're trying to understand you again. They're adapting to the version of you they're sensing now. 8, why they stay no matter what. Here's the most powerful part. Your dog doesn't love you because you're perfect. They don't judge you. They don't compare you. They don't keep track of your bad days. They remember one thing, how you make them feel. Safe, calm, connected. And even when you're distracted, even when you're tired, even when you're not fully present, they stay, they wait, they choose you again and again. And again every single day. Final message. So the next time your dog looks at you, and pause for a moment, because they're not just looking. They're reading you, feeling you, understanding you in a way that doesn't need words. They know when you're happy. They know when you're hurting. They know when something feels off. And sometimes they understand you better than you understand yourself. Because in a world built on language, your dog relies on something deeper, connection. And to them, you are not just part of their life. You are their entire world. Outro CTA. And if this changed the way you see your dog, subscribe now, because the next video will show you something even more surprising. Why your dog watches you while you sleep. And trust me, the reason is not what you think.